Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, this just doesn't work. Man, I got to tell you, it's Friday afternoon, and thank God it's almost the weekend. And of course, you know, Friday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern. Be sure to tune in to the Jobu Sports Report live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern, because we'll be breaking down some of the draft prospects. We'll be talking about the latest news on the Dallas Cowboys, and damn, is there always news about the Dallas Cowboys. But I got to tell you, is there any doubt in anybody's mind that the real power of the Dallas Cowboys is now going towards Stephen Jones? Yeah, Jerry Jones may have the final say on things, but I believe Stephen Jones is now the bad cop. Jerry Jones can say all the things he wants to, but the reality for the team now lies with Stephen Jones. He is, in essence, the bad cop. He is the Turk. The Dez Bryant situation. You know, all the talking heads and all believe that Dez Bryant's not going anywhere, and that may be true. But I got to tell you, Stephen Jones is doing one of two things. He's setting the table for forcing Dez Bryant to take a pay cut or forcing him out the door. At least that's the way I look at it from what's been said. Because you know how when somebody says, I don't mean to offend you, and they proceed to go on and offend you, or when they want to talk to you about something, the first thing they do is they say something nice about you, and then they cut you down to size. Well, that's kind of what Stephen Jones did last night. Stephen Jones was talking about DeMarcus Lawrence and basically said, hey, you know, he's going to be a Cowboy next year. We're going to franchise tag him. We're going to work out the deal one way or the other. But either way, he's going to be there in Dallas. Great things about, of course, Jason Witten at his charity event and stuff for him. You know, Zach Martin, you know, they'll get a long-term deal and so on. But then it came to Dez Bryant. This is where it gets to be that I don't mean to offend you. This is a quote from him. Let me expand that a little bit more. I don't know if you can actually read that or not, but no one wants to compete and get after it more than Dez. This is the pat you on the back. Man, we love you, dude. We know how hard you work. At the same time, here's the but. We all know this is a business where everybody has to be accountable. Certainly, everybody knows that. That's a tough one. Certainly, we're going to be grinding it out and trying to determine what it is in the best interest of our business. Okay. Dez Bryant has a contract where he's paid $16.5 million. It's not like he's a free agent or his contract is up. They're not saying the same thing about, say, Tyron Smith. They're not saying the same thing about Jason Witten. Those guys are under contract just like Dez Bryant. But Dez Bryant, we're talking about looking at it and getting after it and grinding on something. It's reevaluating your deal. We are justifying you being here. And when you put out there, it's the same time, it's business. You got to read between the lines here. What they're saying is you cost too damn much money and you're a distraction. So we need you to take less and stop being a distraction. Now, here's the thing. Everybody says that Dez is going to be back, and probably he will be. However, I think back to us being here before. It's deja vu. Because think about DeMarco Murray, who was a free agent. They lowballed him, basically said you're going to take $5-6 million a year or you're not going to be here. He basically begged, tried to give them every opportunity to stay here, but they didn't. I look at DeMarcus Ware, who was the cornerstone foundation of this team, who never had accountability problems, never was a distraction. You never heard about the police going to his house 6 times. You never heard about a tape that's 10 times worse than Ray Rice. You never saw him pouting on the sidelines and melting down. But he had a $16 million cap hit too. And guess what? DeMarcus Ware was shown the door. So if they can let DeMarcus Ware, who was never a distraction, try and make him lowball, and he refused, and showed him the door. If the NFL leading rusher was lowballed because it was business and shown the door, why is it we think that the same can't happen to Dez Bryant? And see, as I'm saying this, Jerry Jones can be the guy that talks about, we want Johnny Manziel. But the reality is Stephen Jones is the one that took that ticket away from him. He is, in fact, the Turk. He is the bad guy. He is the real power behind it. Now, Jerry Jones may have the final say and input and stuff like that, but Stephen Jones is now the new sheriff in town. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Dez Bryant situation, but I'm telling you, they are setting it up so that way there's no blowback on the team. He is setting the table for saying distraction, too much money, and so on. So when they do let him go, hey, don't look at us, look at him. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Jobu, and we'll definitely be talking about this tonight on our live stream, and I hope you guys join us at 9 o'clock Eastern. I'll see you there.
Hey friends, Cowboy Jobu here at the Jobu Report. The Dallas Cowboy fans are elated. The Redskin fans, not so much. How about them Cowboys? Wait a minute.
They had the most comfortable hats.
What the fuck? Talk about your confused fans. But who cares? The Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington Redskins for the third time in a row at FedEx. Gotta love it.